What's going on? I want to talk about why I'm not voting for Joe Biden this election. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. Give your thoughts below. I'd love to hear the diversity and the proclamations and everything else you got to say, because everyone likes to be the complete opposite of each other. Anywho, the reason why I'm not voting for Joe Biden is because there's footage of him touching little kids and everybody around him multiple times, several times, little kids. And you can see two things in this. One, the kids don't want to be touched. You can see this multiple times. They don't show this on TV, hence they only show this on social media and sometimes on other links such as like YouTube and things like that. But for the most part, for the mainstream, which is all the old people and people who are kind of, I want to say, unconscious or unaware, if you look, nothing against you or anyone like that, but if you actually wake up to it, there's Joe Biden all over the place touching all these kids, smelling their hair. And this is molestation, and you understand he's behind more of that. The whole crew of him, Obama, Hillary, the Clintons, they're all behind it. So yeah, they're in on the human trafficking. They're in on the organ harvesting. They're in on, you know, these things that want to take away from society, basically, and very negative things that aren't in the open, that they're covering up, basically, or are what they're doing. So all the sex trafficking, again, child molestation, they are all in on this. Yes, they are in the Pizzagate, the pedophiles, Wayfair. We can keep going, you know, satanic rituals. You can keep going about this. So when we look at it, Joe Biden is not only touching little kids and sniffing their hair when they don't want it to be done, doing it multiple times on video. He's doing this. He also has compulsion. What is compulsion? Compulsion is somebody who shouldn't be a leader, someone that's compulsive. They don't have discipline, and that just sums it up right then and there. I don't need to say anymore. It's just as simple as that. If someone has compulsion for however old he is, 60, 70 years old, I mean, let's be realistic. Someone who's compulsive, touching little kids that don't want to be touched, and you can see it in their face, and it's on footage. I don't know how many times I need to say this. What does it mean? What else? You can see this. It doesn't take a thought. It takes observing it. Observation is what I want to say. You can clearly see this, and it's just as simple as that. Now, also, when we talk about Joe Biden, there's another thing we gotta I want to look at real quick, and it's just the simple fact of Black Lives Matter. The whole thing that they wanted to do for this was to let it go. That was the whole point of him doing this, and the whole Democratic Party was the whole point of this for Black Lives Matter, so he could win black support. That's the whole thing about this. There's videos of him being racist. You can just go find it. There's multiple videos that the mainstream media, also known as MSM, doesn't want you to know this. They don't want to show you this. They don't want to show you anything. They just want to show you what they want to show you so that you believe this. It's ridiculous. It's more profound than you can ever think. But if you know, then you know. If you don't, well, now you know. It's just as simple as this. He's touching little kids, and the whole Democratic Party is all about Black Lives Matter. They want to be about protesting and Black Lives Matter. Not saying I'm not racist. I love all colors, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with protesting and all the slavery and all these other things we got, economic problems and a bunch of other things, basically. And what I'm getting at is they support this. They want this, so they build up their audience of Black Lives Matter. It's a whole thing separately from Republicans, so they build up. It's just a deception, again. And you can just go look at it. You just have to do a little bit of researching, a little bit. Most stuff they try to take down, whether it's on YouTube or social media, they always try to take it down. And anyways, these parties, whether it's Republican or Democratic, shouldn't be against each other. That's not the fucking point of it at all. The point of it is to, you know, make a better society that we live in, a better America. And it's not about a competition between them. It's not what it is at all. It's ridiculous that it's even gotten there. It has nothing to do with a competition. It's not about who's doing what or what party you're on. It doesn't matter what party you're on. And if you look into it, you'll see all the shenanigans going on. So that's all I have to say. I could say a lot more, but I'll just say this. You know, if someone can finish their sentences and knows what they're talking about, whereas you look at somebody like Joe Biden, what is he saying? There's so many times he doesn't even know what he's saying, and you can just clearly tell this. This is the thing, most people aren't conscious of this. This is why they get called sheep or some stuff like that, whatever, or aware of what's going on, or just plain observing. They're all stuck in their thoughts in the head, what they think of him, just what he looks like, you know, what he's doing, da-da-da-da. If you observe, you can tell easily. And when he talks and doesn't finish his sentence all the time, it's just point blank period. He's stumbling sentence and not, you know, does he have dementia? What's going on here? Brain fog, whatever it is. He shouldn't be freaking running for president if he has all these problems. And if he can't even stumble on his sentences, which is just ridiculous. I mean, what else needs to be said about this? It's clear as day. It's just as it is. And if you go search, and the people who are voting for Biden, they're not even looking at what the other side's providing, and they're just taught to hate the other side. They're not even looking at the other side. Anyways, there shouldn't be amongst two people basically being competitively, and it shouldn't be like that at all. They should be in their own stance, not a fucking party. This has nothing to do with a fucking party. It's called standing for what you think's right and what needs to be done. Individualism, standing up for yourself, and then presenting this, not a bunch of ideas, whatever you think's best for everyone, which is, again, it all depends on us and what we want. And again, Joe Biden's been in office for 47 years. What has he done? Where are his accomplishments for all this time in office? Don't let these people fool you and feed you all this bullshit. That's all I have to say. Subscribe to the channel. My channel's really not much to do with political stuff, but it is on this situation. Hope we clear some stuff up for you. Give me a like, give me a dislike. Let me know your thoughts below, your experiences. I'd love to hear them.